Hey, what's up, my friends? So in this video, I want to share with you the 3 best trading opportunities that I'm seeing in the markets right now. So let's get started. So the first currency pair to share with you is dollar against the Chinese yuan, as what you're seeing over here. So you can see that this market is in a downtrend. Recently, it broke below this price structure where previous support, which could now become resistance. And if you look from left to right, this market is pretty much in a downtrend. So what I'm looking for is selling opportunities. And where am I looking for selling opportunities? I just zoom in a little bit. You can see that this is an area of value that I will be looking for selling opportunities. So I'm looking for the market to head up higher, retest this previous support, which could become resistance, get rejected. This could be in the form of a bearish engulfing pattern like this, okay, something like this. And then when that happens, right, I'm looking to short on the next candle open. So I usually have my stop loss 1 ATR, one time the average true range above this swing high. So it'll probably be somewhere about here, my stop loss. So E is for entry, SL is for stop loss. As for target, my first target will be just before this swing low, somewhere about here. So this is a potential trading setup on dollar against the Chinese yuan. And another thing to add is that if you look at this market, if you overlay with the 50 period moving average, you can see that, it came into this moving average bounce off once, almost a second time here, and here is just in time, right, for a possible third time at this previous support, which could become resistance. So there are multiple confluence factors coming in around the 6.41 level for dollar against the Chinese yuan. So moving on, right, another trading setup to share with you is the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So if you look at this market here, looking on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that this market, this currency pair, is in an uptrend, right? Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So in this case, over here, you see the 50 period moving average tested once, twice, 3 times, here's a 4th time, and possibly it could go up and come back down for a 5th time over here. And if you look left a little bit, right, you can see that this, right, is again previous resistance, which became support and which could act as support again. So what I'm looking for this particular setup is kind of like the inverse of the Swiss franc against the inverse of dollar against the Chinese yuan. This one is a bullish setup. So this is what I'm looking for, right? For the price to at least retest these highs, get rejected, come back down and form a bullish price rejection. Could be in the form of a hammer, a bullish engulfing pattern, etc. So let's say, for example, price, close down bearishly like this, the next candle with a strong bullish reversal where the price close up back above this area of support. When that happens, right, I'm looking to buy on the next candle open, stop loss 1 ATR below the low, right, and target just before this swing high, right. For first possible target is just before this resistance / swing high. So there's another pair that I'm keeping a lookout, Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. And moving down the list, right, let's move on into the stock markets, right? So for stock markets, this is a stock that I will be looking at, BGFV. So it stands for Big Five Sporting Goods Corporation. So for stocks, I usually trade off the daily time frame. So you can see that this stock, it's in a nice, beautiful uptrend. So you can see from left to right, generally this stock is in an uptrend. So now the next question is where do we look for buying opportunities? So where I'm looking for is at this swing low over here. So I'm not interested to know if the stock, let's say it goes up higher and it breaks above this highs. Not really too interested to buy the breakout, because to me, right, this type of price action after the price has moved quite a distance. So it has moved quite a distance from here all the way down up to this high over here. There's a good chance that it might get exhausted, make a pullback to rest further to store potential energy to make the next move up higher. So what I would rather prefer to do is to look, right, to trade the pullback, the reversal towards this area of value somewhere here around the $26, $27 price point. So looking for the market to swing back into this swing low, bullish price rejection, close back above it, looking to buy on the next candle open. Stop loss again would go 1 ATR below the low, and my first possible target would be just before this highs over here, right? That's where I look to take a portion of my profits off the table. And you can see that this is the same old trading setup, right? My bread and butter setup that I've been talking for ages now, right? And if you were to see my older videos, it's pretty much a variation of this particular setup. And one trade that I took recently based on this setup, it's from this stock over here, LAD. So if you look back, let me just share with you my thought process. So you can see that over here for this market, lithium motors, the overall trend is towards the upside. Then I saw that the price, right, it's coming towards this area of value, this area of support, right? So I was interested, right, to be a buyer around the $340, $350 price point. Then what happened is that for this particular stock, right, the price actually went or broke below this area of support. As you can see over here, it broke below this area of support. So what happened next is that on this candle here, the price quickly reclaimed back this area of support. So when it broke below it, right, within a candle or two, it quickly reclaimed back and break and close back above this area of support. So this to me is a false breakdown. So the price break below this area of support, taking out this lows, right, and quickly reverse back up and close back above support. So this to me is a sign of strength. It tells me that the market tried to head down lower but couldn't find any more selling pressure to take the price down lower. Instead, what happens is that the buyer stepped in and quickly pushed the price up higher. This tells me that there is demand for this particular stock. So that is why the market has now went back up above this area of support. So when I saw this, right, this is what I call a false break over here. So I went long on the next candle open, which is on this candle here. Okay, so you can see the next candle, it's a bearish candle. And I was actually quite a cheapskate. I had a buy limit order placed somewhere about here and I got filled right on this bearish candle. My stop loss, right, is 1 ATR below this low. Somewhere about here is my stop loss. And I had my target, right, just before this $400 price point. So you can see that this over here, let's call this E is my entry. Over here is SL and my target is just below the $400 price point. Let's call it TP. Okay, so I'm looking to exit half my position, right, if the price could get to around $399. So it's kind of like work in progress. We'll see how this one plays out. As of right now, the price is kind of still pretty near my entry price. So there is still some time for this trade to, to see whether it can go in my favor or not. And one thing to point out is that I'm going to go, I have an active trade management for this particular trade. So let's say what happens is that if this stock, okay, it comes down lower, okay, but still it has not hit my stop loss and reverse from this swing low and now go back up higher, right? I wouldn't have my target, right, still remain at this $400 price point. Instead, I'll shift it down lower to this swing high over here, because now this is an area where potential selling pressure could come in and push the price lower. So I'll shift down this original target down to about $370 and exit half my position off, because now this is an area where selling pressure could come in and to push the price down lower. So this is where I'm going to take an active trade management approach, right, and to be more smarter, right, with my target. My target is never cast in stone. It's like $400 means it's going to be there forever. No, I'm going to watch how the price action develop and then adjust my target accordingly, right? So this is a trade that I'm in lithium motors. And by the way, if you're enjoying this type of video so far and you want such a videos to be sent to you every single week, then check out Pro Traders Edge. This is where I send out potential trading opportunities each week. I cover much more than what I just covered in this video. We cover stocks, we cover commodities, metals, currencies, etc. And it's all trend trading setups. So this is a Pro Traders Edge membership that you can consider. I'll put the link somewhere below this video. You will get this Pro Traders Edge report, where each week I send you a detailed video report on the opportunities that I'm looking. Send it to your email so you can have a look and see the potential trading opportunities I'm seeing each week. Then you get access to this technical trade report by Mr. X, who point out to you what are the key levels to look for in the financial market, so you know where to consider taking profits or where to enter your trades. Then we have this PDF trading strategy guides, the bonus. So all the trading guides that I've written so far, I've converted them to PDF format so you can download them, take it offline and read it wherever you want. And the second bonus is a backtest research lab to share with you some of my findings in the financial market. So all this and more, right, in Pro Traders Edge. I'll put the link somewhere below this video if you're interested. Right, if not, I wish you good luck, good trading. I will talk to you soon.